Jane.
Hi.
I'm Leona Bernal. I'm a coaching course and I'm pleased that you attended tonight. So, what do you want to achieve out of this course?
I just want to obviously do well in the course, but at the moment I'm just really worried about being just too overwhelmed because I haven't been in education for many years, and I'm worried about working within, if I'm doing it correctly, within the right parameters and the best way of working.
If you had an ideal situation, what could you visualise that? Could you see where you want to be?
I can't put it into any context because there are no parameters. Apart from it being an MSc, and I know obviously you're not going to be spoon-fed, it would be useful to have some kind of parameters, and that's what I want to find out in the next week or so.
Do you not feel that you've got any strict objectives then, given the fact that we have the Moodle system and you could work through that?
Yeah, but I just find that is just too much at the moment because it's completely new to me, the whole IT system, and I've been trying to get onto Moodle. Some days it works, some days it doesn't, and then the amount of information on it, how you decipher, say, you've got 20 different headings within one resource. You know, it's just overwhelming, and that's one part of 20 titles within many different parts of Moodle. It's like, well, where do you actually begin? And I'm floating around, not actually knowing how to begin.
So I'm hearing that, picking up that if you could sort of articulate for me that where you are now is a little bit overwhelmed. Is that right?
Correct. Completely.
Okay, so I suppose what we really need to do is look at the options that we have to assist you. Do you think, could you explain to me why you feel so overwhelmed? Is it because that you haven't been in full-time education for some time?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's all completely new to me, the subject matter, as well as this whole other IT way of operating.
Absolutely. Do you not think, though, that a lot of people on the course will feel the same way?
Don't know.
Right, okay.
And I think the best way ahead is, I did find out that we're all meant to have personal tutors, but we won't find those out until about the third week of term. And then if we can't get hold of those people, which obviously we don't know who they are yet, we can actually get hold of one of the tutors on the course and try and kind of get some understanding from them.
Okay, well, but that's good then. So you feel like there is one option that you'll be able to discuss your concerns.
Yeah, but I only found it out today.
Yeah. Right. What other things are you concerned about then? So we can look at the view that you might find a personal tutor that would assist you with some of your anxiety. What other things do you think you...
I don't know, I'm at this point in time, obviously it's going to be a really steep learning curve, but I've been told by some other people that the most important thing is just to keep on top of the reading and the writing, and that's my main way of just trying to cope with this and trying to do as best as I can.
Is there anything you think that could help you in that? The reading and sort of swapping ideas with other people?
I think it'd be great if we did set up a group, say, between us, as we were talking about last week. I think that'd be invaluable.
So with that,
because then the whole thing doesn't seem just so enormous.
Right.
And I think we could all help each other in that, and we could all, talk about the different reading lists and, which are the most essential parts of it. Just to be able to just have those conversations between us.
So would it be helpful to do a little bit of a brainstorming session and to list down some of the things that would assist you in alleviating your anxiety, essentially? That's, I think, what the issue is here. It's not really the course, it's the anxiety about whether or not you can do the course. So it's fear of failure, essentially, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. So we've talked about perhaps the group getting together externally to
say before a course, or maybe meet up, say, for half an hour at some time when it suited everybody, up for an hour rather.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one option. The personal tutor is a second option that we've discussed already. What other things do you think might assist you in this, with this anxiety, these anxiety levels?
I don't like to think those are the two main areas.
Do you think you could do something more at home to, in your private life, to give you more time to do reading and things like that?
Well, no, because I have freed up time purposely to be able to do it. And I found it really frustrating in the last, say, week since we started this course that actually, because of various IT systems not being up and running properly, that I've just been wasting time being frustrated.
Right.
And at this stage there's been no one really to kind of go to, because I did this one last week and I only went to the course all day on Friday. I think it will get easier as time goes on. I hope it will.
Do you think this is just sort of blips in the system to start off with?
I don't know. It's all very disjointed.
Right. Did you manage to do any reading prior to any of these first or second?
Yeah, I did some this afternoon because the admin girl on this team sent me through a reading list at 4 o'clock this afternoon, so I really didn't have much time.
Right. So that's another positive thing, is that you took the initiative and you were proactive in going out and finding someone, the resources if you can't find it via the technology route. So do you feel like you're building up relationships? Do you feel you're building up relationships with the department itself?
Well, yeah, except that, it's very difficult to talk to anyone, so this is all by email, which drives me mad.
Right. Okay. Is it worth then talking to someone like Janet or Andreas as to how you could speak to somebody in the initial weeks of this course?
Yeah, maybe. I might speak to Andreas tonight. But the guy, Stuart Beaver, who we saw on Friday, apparently, according to the admin girl on this team, sent me through an email saying that actually, if the personal tutors, we don't know them yet, but he would be a good person to speak to.
Okay.
But so maybe I might circumnavigate. Yeah.
Zeta, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the actions that we've taken away from this session? I think there are some actions that we could summarise.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Well, yeah, just wait and see, this personal tutor when that one comes to fruition. In the meantime, try and speak to maybe Andreas tonight to find out whether it's he or Stuart, because they seem to be quite both lead people within our course.
Yeah.
Maybe speak to them and see if there's more of another way ahead by speaking to them.
And perhaps we also discussed the idea of canvassing other students to see if we can get together as a group.
Yeah.
And
Get that into play.
Given the fact that we're 2 weeks in now, what's your timescales around this?
I want to get it sorted in the next couple of days.
In the next couple of days. So
Definitely.
perhaps tonight we could establish.
After our meeting, maybe after our how we could all get together.
And then you're going to speak to Andreas.
Straight after the course.
Straight after the course.
Because I just don't want to waste any more time.
You probably do need to speak to the IT department about if you're having problems with Moodle.
I'll go to the help desk after because they don't close till 10:30 tonight.
Right. Okay. How do you feel this session has gone?
What, our session?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you feel that you've got something out of it?
Got 2 minutes.
Do you feel that you're a little bit clearer about the way forward?
Not necessarily, but I feel it's been really useful just speaking it aloud to you and discussing it with you, because you've clarified what I was already thinking, but it has been helpful you listening to me.
Okay, so next week our session will be on how much progress you've made. I think we've probably got a call bring that to a close then, Jane, unless you've got any other questions.
No, and also I've had to waste a lot of time actually with this university for sorting out access into classrooms, and that has just been impossible. And it was only until this afternoon about 4 o'clock that they actually said this seminar tonight that we're going to go into in a minute is here, because until then it was at UCL, and I'd been badgering of these people to try and get it organised.
There was an email sent out in advance.
Yeah, for the early one tonight, from 6 to 7:30, but not from 7:30 till 9.
Okay, well thank you very much.